Welcome back to another episode of the Upnext podcast. Today, I got a special one. Just to introduce everybody, Matt, Jason, Cam, and you. Welcome to the show.
Thank you so much, G.
Thank you.
Just so everybody know, this episode is brought to you by the Nxlvl app. Please download the Nxlvl app. The link is in all of our bios here. So whoever you follow, just click the link in our bios and get the app. Matt, we back again.
We are back again. I always love coming on the show. G, I appreciate you having me. Exciting stuff happening. Can't wait to get into that. And we have some awesome guests today. So this should be a good one. This should be a really good one.
So, our beautiful guests, can you please introduce yourselves?
Yeah, do you want me to go first?
Go ahead. Cool.
Yeah, my name's Cameron. I'm on TikTok. I'm known as Wrestling Takes. I've almost managed to build up to about 400k now, which is just crazy to me. I'm from England, and that's, I guess, all there is to it.
Name's
What's going
Jason
on, everybody?
Name's Jason Hatfield. I work for Nxlvl. I do a lot of their content creation, and very excited to be here. Thanks, G, for having all of us on. It's going to be a wild ride. I'm excited.
What's going on, man? Looks like I'm the old man of the group. My name's Anthony. I'm on TikTok by the name AntU. I've got about 50,000 followers, growing more and more each day, and excited to be here.
Matt, talk to me about the promotion. We hinted about it last episode.
We did, and now it's up in full swing. So what we're doing with the help of Aunt You and Cameron and about 50 to 60 other wrestling content creators, we're pushing out a promotion where we're giving away 2 tickets to Wrestlemania night number 2, and then 2 tickets to the Raw following, and some other thing, free accommodations at a hotel downtown Philly, free transportation from the hotel to the field. The only thing that people have to do is they just got to get to Philly on their own. But it would definitely be worth the trip to have those 2 nights at WrestleMania and then the Raw after, because that's the real party. So we're super excited. We're seeing some growth on the app. We're seeing a lot of good things happening. These guys have been creating such amazing content that's really helping push out the contest, and we're seeing some growth on the platform. We're seeing a lot of engagement on the platform. So we could not be any more excited on where we're headed with this promotion, and also with the group of guys we have. With, like I said, we have about 50 or 60 other guys who are really helping us push this, and gals, I should say, who are helping us push this out, and they're doing a great job. So super exciting. If you haven't, like he said earlier, G said earlier, click on one of our LinkedIn bios, go register for the contest. It's free. All you got to do is create a profile, download the app, and make one post. It's so simple to win tickets to WrestleMania and have that opportunity, and once in a lifetime thing. So it's awesome. We're thrilled and excited.
Speaking of WrestleMania, it was always one of my dreams to go to WrestleMania ever since I was a kid. Can y'all talk to me about some of your favorite WrestleMania moments or some of your favorite moments throughout WWE history?
Yeah, for me, it's got to be when Razor Ramon, the bad guy, went up against Shawn Michaels, the Heartbreak Kid. That was a classic ladder match. I could just vividly see it. I loved it. That's one of the matches that really made me fall in love with wrestling. And Razor Ramon, man, he was awesome. He was awesome.
In my opinion, it's going to be WrestleMania 28. It was my first ever WrestleMania, and obviously the biggest match of all time, in my opinion. The Rock versus John Cena, once in a lifetime. Like them 2 names alone can build a match, no matter what it's going to be like. But yeah,
you was in attendance at that?
I wasn't there. No, it was the first one I've ever watched live.
Oh, okay.
Like on TV.
Okay.
Sorry about that, guys. So my favorite WrestleMania moment of all time, I'm going to take it back a little bit further. It was WrestleMania 6. It was Pontiac Silverdome, Hulk Hogan versus the Ultimate Warrior. It was one of the first times that I remember like two good guys going after each other with the belt, with both belts on the line. It was belt for belt. And being a little kid watching that, man, it was the biggest match I ever remember. So that was super fun. That's what got me into wrestling 100%.
Two absolute icons of the sport, right? And I'm with you there, and those are some of my favorite wrestlers of all time too. So just the atmosphere there at the Pontiac Dome was incredible. So that's great. That's good stuff.
I wasn't even alive then.
No.
Way to rub it in there, Cam. Way to rub it in there.
What kind of got you on a journey of just, going online, talking about, wrestling, and what kind of led y'all down this path to connecting with Next Level, and how's the journey been so far?
With creating content, like I mentioned, I started last February, and in all honesty, I don't really know why I started it. I tried lots of other interests of mine, like football, but they just didn't work out on TikTok. And then I honestly hadn't watched wrestling since about 2015. And I just thought, why not? Let's just try it. I've never really seen much wrestling on TikTok. And straight away, I think my third video got about 150K. So instantly, It sort of like took off straight away. I think I'd reached 10K within the first month. And I've just like never stopped since, really. And yeah, I'm really enjoying it so far. In terms of Next Level, I just saw an email in my inbox, which I get quite a few from these companies, and I often think that they're just scams. But I just thought, why not? Let's just try, and asking me for a meet, and I thought this is probably going to be a scam, but I'll give them the benefit of the doubt. I'll hear them out, and it's been one of the best decisions I've ever made, because Next Level is a great app, and I'm really enjoying it so far with them.
Nice. Look, I'm glad you decided to stick with us.
Mm-hmm.
How about you, Ant?
So for me, my story is a little bit different. So me and my son used to watch wrestling together all the time. And he was a high school junior, like he was too cool to start, keep watching wrestling with dad. So there was this one day, like I'd been making content on TikTok, and I was able to go live. And I was like, well, I'm just going to go live and see if anybody wants to watch with me. And it took off from there, man. WrestleMania last year, at one point, there were 37,000 people watching with me. And it was insane. And yeah, so it was just on a whim. Like, I didn't have anybody to watch with. And my wife isn't a big wrestling fan, so knew better than that. So yeah, just went to the internet, man. It was great.
Right. What's better than connecting with 37,000 strangers, right? And like, how awesome is that?
Jason, I did not know you were into wrestling as much as you are.
Oh man,
I'm
diehard wrestling fan. I've loved wrestling ever since I could crawl. but the funny thing about wrestling is, for a while there, it wasn't cool to talk about wrestling, and it was only talked about with one friend, and then all of a sudden it's bigger than it's ever been. It's in the spotlight. I want to say it's probably not true, but when the Super Bowl happened, I think people were talking more about wrestling than the Super Bowl, honestly. With Roman and Cody and that press conference, man, that was amazing. It was. And wrestling, I love it, and I love how it's on the up and up, because it's one of my passions. I think I've bought every single wrestling game that's ever came out, for Super Nintendo all the way up to the PlayStation 5. I love it. Unfortunately, I have never been to an event though, but that's going to change. That will change.
Never?
Never.
I've never been to an event.
One year I went, and this one, the Shield was still around, and then Randy Orton was actually hurt around this time. So during the live shows, sometimes afterwards you have some more action that takes place that they won't like actually record. So as I was getting up out of my seat, Randy Orton actually came out and did like a surprise entrance. It was probably one of the coolest moments I ever seen. And this was the time that Edge returned from his his neck injury. I think he wasn't wrestling, but he was just like a special guest, you know, coming out to talk. So that was pretty cool seeing him in person too.
That's awesome.
That's good. And don't let Jason be too humble here, G. Jason's been killing it here at reaching out to all these amazing content creators and setting up meetings and Cam and Ant alike. But Jason, he's diehard. He's getting me back into it. So I'm super excited. So there's a lot of good stuff for sure.
Matt, let's start here then. Since you're just getting back into it, give me your top 5 wrestlers of all time.
Oh, top 5 wrestlers all time. Putting me on the spot. Ultimate Warrior.
Solo shot.
All right. The Ultimate Warrior for sure. His energy when he would come out, just in the shaking of the ropes. I used to do that in the middle of my living room, just watching it. So the Undertaker, he used to haunt my dreams, but I absolutely loved him and just what he used to do. The Hulk, Stone Cold, and The Rock. Those are definitely probably my top 5 for sure.
Okay. And you, how about you?
So my top 5 wrestlers of all time. Yeah, like Matt said, you got to have the Ultimate Warrior in there. He was great. Randy Macho Man Savage is definitely one of my top 5. I would say Andre the Giant. So there's my 3 old ones, and then from the new school, I mean, if you don't have Stone Cold and Roman in your top 5, you're doing something wrong.
Roman Reigns?
Oh man,
Over The Rock?
Yeah. I put Roman Reigns over The Rock. Here's my take on it. When like The Rock and Stone Cold and all those guys were at their height, it was the Attitude Era. You could go on TV, do what you wanted to, say what you wanted to. You know, they were pandering to guys our age right now, so it was easy. This new era, like when John Cena took over and it's the PG era, these guys have to connect with the fans without, you know, throwing bags of nuts at people like John Cena used to do, you know. So I like what they're doing now, and Roman's went through so many different gimmicks, from the big dog to being in the Shield, and now the head of the table one is just really great, and how he's performing with that.
Mate, you about to say something?
He was acknowledging his tribal chief.
Oh. Cameron, what's your top 5?
Well, this is where I'm going to show my age here. Obviously, being English, I like to support the locals. So number 5, it's the winner of the Elimination Chamber, Drew McIntyre. I'm a big fan of Drew McIntyre. Number 4, obviously, when I was growing up, it was about 2012, and the guy that was on top was Sheamus. It's going to surprise you, but I'm a big fan of Sheamus. He was the World Heavyweight Champion. I remember when he beat Daniel Bryan in 18 seconds. I was loving it. Number 3 will be The Rock. Obviously, he was a bit before my time, but he did come back for that run where he faced Cena back-to-back. I'm a big fan of The Rock. Number 2, CM Punk. And then number 1, you can probably guess, John Cena.
Wow.
No.
No. I'm gonna save mine because I'm surprised a couple of you didn't say this, but I'm gonna save it. Go ahead, Jason.
All right.
What's your top 5?
So I'm gonna have to go with the bad guy, Razor Ramon, Scott Hall, Sting. He's the icon. Ultimate Warrior, the Nature Boy, Ric Flair, and my all-time favorite is Bray Wyatt.
Bray Wyatt?
Yep.
Wow.
Love Bray Wyatt. The way he was able to mold his character, it's never been seen before. It was amazing, and he's gone too soon. But I absolutely loved Bray Wyatt's character and what he brought to the table. And then when he was also the Fiend, his entrance, and when they did the tribute, when the Fireflies were out and singing, he's got the whole world in his hands. That gave me butterflies and goosebumps. It was amazing. And like I said, gone too soon, man. But Bray Wyatt's my number 1.
Dang. Hold on. So I'm a little surprised because nobody mentioned Hulk Hogan. I'm surprised about that. Nobody mentioned Hulk Hogan, but he's not in my top 5. So I'm gonna give you my top 5 list right here, and it's gonna surprise you. It's gonna surprise you a little bit. my number one has to be Stone Cold Steve Austin. Number two, I'll go with The Rock. Number three will be Triple H. Number four will be The Undertaker. And this one right here is going to blow y'all away. Number five, Jeff Hardy. Jeff Hardy. Come on now. Come on now. Jeff Hardy's the guy. I'm surprised
he put his body through some stuff, that's for sure.
Yeah. Jeff Hardy was the show. He had an epic run. I think it was like in 2008 when he became WWE champion. I think that might have been greater than the 2016 Cavaliers run when they beat Golden State.
73-9.
I don't get any of that being English. I've never heard of whatever that is.
When, during that Jeff Hardy run, when CM Punk came out dressed as Jeff Hardy that night, that will go down as probably one of the best moments in wrestling history, man. Mm-hmm. He fooled everybody. Oh, it was so great.
So what's some of the moments y'all looking forward to with this year's WrestleMania?
You know, Cody Rhodes. I'm a crybaby Cody fan. He's taking down the tribal chief.
You think so?
Oh yeah. They're not gonna have him win 2 Royal Rumbles and then lose twice at Mania. That would hurt the brand. So Cody Rhodes all the way.
Yeah, I'm the same, to be honest. I'm looking forward to seeing Cody Rhodes beat Roman Reigns, but I think it is obvious that The Rock's going to turn on Roman, and then going to see Rock versus Roman at WrestleMania 41. I think that's going to be the plan.
So I agree with you, but I think The Rock's going to turn on Roman during the tag team match, to where Roman has to go alone, and we're going to get a new member of the Bloodline introduced. Mr. Jacob Fatu is going to come in because everybody else is going to be barred, right? All the ones The Rock said, Jimmy, the Wise Man, The Rock, all those guys are going to be barred, but didn't say anybody new couldn't show up. So I think you have more interest with Cody finishing the story than if Cody actually finishes the story.
So how does this work? Because this is my first time seeing like a 2-day event. So like, is it 2 separate WrestleManias, or like how does that work?
Yeah, it's both Raw and SmackDown, and both brands come together. And there's so many wrestlers, they have to have 2-night main events, WrestleManias. Okay. I'm really hoping that Bayley was gonna headline night 1, but obviously that's going to the tag match. But I think Bayley deserved to headline night 1. But I'll take the tag match also.
Nobody want to chime in?
I actually don't agree with that. I'm not really looking forward to seeing Bayley versus Io Sky. Out of the 4 world title matches, that's the one that I'm actually least looking forward to. I would have preferred Seth versus Drew to main event night 1, or Rhea versus Becky Lynch. I think they're much bigger matches than Io versus Bayley, personally.
Yeah. Because I'm trying to figure out where they're gonna put Seth versus Drew McIntyre at within the rotation, because
I think I've heard it's gonna open night 2. I've heard, or core main event night 2. I think.
Okay.
Yeah, that's sort of what I've been seeing too. I've been reading up a little bit, getting caught up. It looks like that could be going night 2 as well. I don't know. I'm looking like the Rhea Ripley Becky Lynch match is intriguing to me. I think that's gonna be a fun one. They're gonna battle it out. That's for sure.
Does Damien cash in his Money in the Bank, and Drew only becomes champion for 3 seconds?
Please no. I really hope that does not happen. I mean,
that might big time hot.
I do not think that Damian Priest is worthy of a world title right now. I really don't. I don't think he was the best choice. I think he either has to fail at a world title or win the United States title, personally.
Yeah. I'm looking forward to see who's going to be Gunther's challenger. at WrestleMania, because all those guys that are coming up in that match to face him have just a great stake at being a champion there. And I think Gunther's ready for a main championship run anyway. So I'll be excited to see that.
Yeah, I wish it was Braun Breaker and Gunther. Braun Breaker,
Sheamus, in my
he's
opinion.
the future. That dude's a beast.
Yeah, he is good, Braun Breaker. But it should have been Sheamus.
Yeah.
You think we have any special guests appear at this year's WrestleMania?
Definitely.
What do you think?
They'll either. Yeah, there's always someone. There's always someone that comes. Like Cam said, Sheamus. He's been out. He could return.
I feel like we might see
I wouldn't be
CM
surprised
Punk
if
in
Stone
some
Cold
capacity.
didn't show up.
I was going to say Stone Cold as well. I wouldn't be surprised.
Yeah.
Yeah. You said CM Punk. CM Punk gonna have a match this year's WrestleMania?
I don't think he's injured right now. I don't think he'll have a match,
injured.
but I think he'll be there in some capacity. Maybe like for an interview or on commentary for one match or something. But he has to be there.
Can you guys think of anybody better to induct Paul Heyman into the Hall of Fame than CM Punk?
Paul
It
Heyman?
should have been Brock. But
I could think of one
obviously
person, but
it
he won't be there.
Yeah,
Right,
it won't be
Brock
Brock.
won't be there.
Brock will not be
Could be
there.
Tommy Dreamer if he comes back.
Tommy
Yeah.
Dreamer and Rob Van Dam.
Or it could,
Yeah.
just have a whole bunch of ECW guys.
That'd be nice if well, I was a Rhino fan. So you mentioned ECW. I just thought about Rhino. I was a Rhino fan back in the day.
The gore. The gore.
Yeah, that'd be
I
sweet.
know.
They brought back they brought the top 5 ECW guys: Dreamer, Sandman, Rhino, Sabu to
In the Dudleys.
That'd be
Jason, remember that what year was it? Was it WWE 2008 where they had SmackDown versus Raw featuring ECW, the game?
Oh yeah. Yep.
Remember that?
Oh yeah. I love ECW. I wish they never got rid of ECW.
I know. How you all think AEW is doing? I'm not too familiar with it, but I've been seeing it around.
I mean, I'm not personally like a huge fan of it. Like right now, about a year ago, I thought he was doing quite well. A year and a half.
They've signed so much great talent, but they don't know how to use them. There's so much talent that's sitting in the back that just doesn't get used, and it's like they just gobble them up so WWE doesn't. Like Okada, he appeared last night, which was awesome.
And join the elite.
Yes, he did.
I don't know. AEW needs a true booker and some good storytellers in order to get back on. Because right now it just seems like they're just a spot show. You watch to see big spots, and that's all you get.
Okay.
They need Scott D'Amore as their GM. TNA should never have fired him and let him go.
Yeah.
If AEW Scott D'Amore, it would be a way better product.
Speaking of TNA, remember AJ Styles went over to the WWE. What happened to AJ?
He's big in WWE. He's still one
still
of the top guys. He got hurt for a little bit, and then he came back all jacked. But he's still there.
What else was up? Well, I thank you, Matt. You want to leave any closing remarks as we close out? I know we got tons of stuff to do today.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, guys, if you want to see the best wrestling content creators in the world, Nxlvl is building that. There's not a doubt in my mind. And we have some of the best people in the world as well. So not only do they do an amazing job at creating content, but they engage with their fans, and they're just good people. And we're creating a community where if you love wrestling, it doesn't matter if you're a fan, you're an influencer, a content creator, Nxlvl is going to be the platform in the future, and we're building it now. So come on over, catch some of the best stuff in the world, content in the world. all in one place where it doesn't get washed away. So we're super excited. And again, Cam, Ant, and obviously Jason, thank you guys so much for all your hard work and what you guys are doing to help build out this platform. And then G, couldn't be happier to be on your show again, man. Thanks so much. We appreciate it.
Yeah,
I appreciate it.
Thanks, G, for having us.
Yeah,
Thanks,
G.
G. I appreciate it.
All right, y'all.
All right. We'll see you.